Okay, some will be wondering that we've not talked about football in Nigeria this morning. That's because we're actually keeping it for the last. And you listen to Yomi Kuku, it's about time for us to start promoting our own brand of football. We'll keep talking about it. We'll talk about stores, we'll talk about MFL, we'll talk about Ikorodu United. I'm not even talking about the guys in top flight football. We'll be talking about those guys down there so that we can contribute our own way of developing football in this country. The All-Stars Club, they're a group of ex-internationals. They also want to develop football in Nigeria. This morning, we're speaking to the president. His name is Kingsley Anosike. Kingsley, good to have you on Sports this morning.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you.
Good to have you. Morning.
You guys want to develop football in Nigeria. Let's begin with the Super Eagles, of course, and Coach Sunday Olise. What's your take? The game between Tanzania and Niger?
Well, I watched both games. Tanzania was a building opportunity for Olise. That was his first time out. He said it himself that the team lacked cohesion, and that's because they've not played together for a while. The game with Niger was a lot of improvement from that of Tanzania, and I like his spirit of being bold to experiment. He did that with the Niger game, and he wasn't a friendly. He had to win that match to help the confidence of the players, and it's good he did.
How happy are you that an ex-international is in charge of the Super Eagles? A lot of people will throw it in your face and say, "Are they the only ones who can do the job?" But how happy are you with that?
I think it's the way to go, because if you are coached by someone who has really played football at a very high level, as a player, it's easier for you to cultivate respect for that person. Because when he tells you what to do, you know he understands what he's talking about. It's totally different when, a coach who is a textbook coach is talking to you. I mean, the understanding is different. He finds it difficult to relate with the players, etc. But for someone like Olise, has played football in the highest level, he has contributed his quota to Nigeria, he's role model to most of these players, and, it's easier for him to tell the players what to do, and it's easier for the players to understand. So it's a good one.
Still on Sunday, Olise. I mean, I know it's early days yet. He's just played 2 games now in charge of the national team. There's this argument, from some quarters that sometimes, some of the best players or best ex-internationals don't turn out to become, great coaches. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, that's also true because, you can be a very good player and you might not be a good coach because coaching basically has to do with leadership. You need to be a very good leader to be able to motivate these players to give in their best. So the best coach is one who understands the technicality of the game, who also has the capacity to motivate the players. So you can't have it one way or the other, it has to be both ways. But I think Olise brings both qualities to the table, and I think he has a very good chance of succeeding. Maybe not in, still early days, so to say, but not immediately. But he has a program that he's following and that is building the team from both the local and international perspective and having a blend that gives the players and even aspiring internationals that, look, everybody has a chance.
Let's talk about the All-Stars Club. What's it all about? What are the ex-internationals need, and what is the guiding objective?
Well, All-Stars was formed around 1979.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
And the spirit behind the club is to bring people who have played football at various levels together whenever they are in town, to find a forum to associate and still play football. It has attracted membership from many ex-internationals, Friday Lahore, Friday Epo, Dodo Mayana himself, Victor Agali, Godwin Okpara, Jonathan Apobere. The list goes. If you have played football at any level in Nigeria and you are not a member of All Stars, then something
is wrong somewhere.
We use
do you need to be a I don't know, maybe you've already answered the question, but I need to Is it an all-inclusive, or you need to be popular? At what stage would you have played to get your membership into the All-Stars? You know,
Does it entail winning medals?
Some people who claim they've played football, but we don't know them. You know, so how is it? Is it
like you played football? A lot of Nigerians wonder at what level did you play football? When did you stop?
Okay, that's a good question because in All Stars, our membership cuts across board. Okay. We have social members. Okay. We even have members from Nollywood. You know, Fred Amata is a member of All Stars. Ali Baba was with us on Sunday during the inauguration, etc. So it's a gathering for those who not only played football, but who are also interested in football, even referees. Okay. So it cuts across board. You know.
Let's talk about ways the All-Stars Club can develop football in Nigeria, particularly at the grassroots level.
We as All-Stars haven't done much at that level, but the new leadership has taken it as a commitment to grow football starting from the grassroots going forward. We are going to be initiating tournaments among primary schools, starting from Lagos, etc., working with the state government and the Ministry of Sports. We will be rolling this out in other states, you know, as we stabilize. So we don't think we have made enough contribution in that regard, but it's an area we really need to focus on, and we're going to do that in the years coming.
Okay. I want to find out about a situation where, you know, we've had several cases of ex-internationals who have, you know, donned the Nigerian jersey, but at the end of their careers, many of them, nothing to fall back on, no source of livelihood. What's
yeah, you know, this okay, if you walk back to the 80s and early 90s when football hasn't really gone commercial, those players who played in those days, you know, they didn't make so much money. Even though they played for Nigeria, Nigeria also didn't offer social support for them. So today, All Stars seems to be the only recourse they have because there they roll among friends, we support each other, etc. But that's not enough. For those people who have, you know, gone through, done the country's jersey, given their time and, you know, played football at high risk, you know, for the country, I don't see any reason why the Nigerian government should not support them, you know, forever until, you know, for as long as they live. You know, you see some of them don't even have
means of livelihood.
Any means of livelihood. You know, some of them beg to pay their house rents, etc., etc. It doesn't even motivate the new players that are coming up because when they look at these players, you know,
don't want to be like this.
They don't want to be like that. Yeah. So if they have a choice to go to Europe and play and secure their future.
Not even minding where they play.
Lately, not even Europe. Some will go to
India,
Sudan,
but
Afghanistan.
Let me ask you this. Since you're not currently satisfied with the state of things, especially from the government angle, are the All-Stars thinking of better ways to influence things, maybe trying to go into football administration or, you know, trying to get close to open the eyes of, you know, the key people as to what should be done?
We are actually in football administration. We are not at the level where we should be, where we can influence things the way we want it, but we are making inroads. You know, we encourage members to go back to their home states and contest their FA elections, see if they win, you know, and from that level coming up, you know, we use that forum to try and see how far we can influence things. Friday April was just elected as Akwa Ibom State FA board member, you know, a few days ago. We gave him all the support. Uche Bulema Manze used to be, you know, Imo FA chairman, you know, he served in the national board, he's a member of the CAF. You know, we try to do all this, you know, but we know we are doing a lot of work, but we still have more to do because we understand that if we don't get into the mainframe of football administration and decision making, it will be difficult for us to influence things.
Let's talk about club football in Nigeria. When you look at the schools, I think you guys also need to look at that level. particularly the lower ties, not even the Nigeria Professional Football League. What are some of the ways you think we can make it better?
The problem with Nigerian football administration is that we leave everything to government sponsorship. And until we begin to see sports as a business, it will be difficult to actually harness the potentials, that's around Nigeria everywhere, starting from the grassroots, primary, secondary, etc. We really need to build football, as a business, and that is what I think the new board, NFF board, should be looking at. Days are gone when football will rely on government, for total support. I mean, government has other priorities. They need to deal with power, security, etc. Football is entertainment, and good enough is also business. The Premier League is the richest league in the world. And how did they do it? Why can't we do it with a population of 160 or so million people? Many of us are football lovers, etc. Why can't we put this into, why can't we make a venture out of it? Why do we have to rely on state government, on federal government for funding?
Okay, I think that's about it. Let's just take some messages on Twitter. Somebody is asking, we need to do more to record our statistics in football. Who is Nigeria's top scorer? It's Rashidi Yekini, of course. Rashidi Yekini with about 35 goals for the country. So please, is Odion Igalo injured? Why go for Emenike where we have a player like Igalo?
The issue has been
that has been explained over and over again. Talking about the AFN, somebody's asking why should Blessing Okagbare be banned from the Olympics? Nobody has said she's been banned from the Olympics. And of course, question for the All-Stars, we need to get more involvement into developing football. You just answered that. It's about time they get involved into football administration and even grassroots sports development. Thank you so much, Kingsley Anosike, for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
And all the best.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Well, a whole lot has already been said. I guess there's nothing more to add. We can only hope that things get better, from Kingsley Anosike's point of view. Well, we'll just have to end it at that, people, and it's been great having you with us. We'll do it again same time tomorrow. We have to go now. Thanks for staying with us. I'm yours truly, Ayotunde Balogun.
Well, a big thank you is what I'm going to say. Thanks for staying tuned, and we urge you to join us again tomorrow when we have good news to share. And of course, we'll take you on a trip across the money-spinning world of sports. My name is Yemi Adebayo.
It's always a delight to have you join us. I'm Austin Okonakpan. We leave the studios now, but you can keep talking to us on Twitter, we're channels_sports, and on Facebook, we're channels-sports. That will give us another reason to keep talking sports. To come your way again. Bye for now.